You can see what it means to them, you can see the disappointment here, but also the Tunisia fans to get that win over France, the world champions, the current world champions, that means a lot.
Yeah, it means a lot. We could see at the end, everybody was really happy because at the end, it's like being proud of their team, and the team fought really hard, so they deserved it. And I understand that the people, even if they're not going to the knockout phase, they are really proud and they deserve this win.
First time they beat European opposition in World Cup performances. So let's have a little look then at the goal that Khazri scored, which gave them the lead, gave them the win in the end, Jürgen.
So we see...
Yeah, we see basically how Fofana loses the ball, loses his one-against-one battle, a little bit too soft in this moment, and then Khazri, he goes on his run, and he knows where to go. He sees the open window there. I think the French defense slept a little bit. You know, they didn't close that gap. You know, they didn't see right away where they needed to be. They were a bit slow in their thinking, and he really maximized everything. Every little piece. The shot was not very strong, but it was strong enough to roll into the goal. So it was a wonderful individual play by Khazri.
Their first goal of this World Cup, the goal that gives them 3 points against France. But there will be teams watching this and, you know, seeing that goal, seeing the way France played today, they'll be questioning their credentials to back up their win from 4 years ago.
Maybe, but I don't see any team who can press like Tunisia did today for 90 minutes. I mean, it's going to be very difficult still to beat this French team when they play with the starting 11. I think it's going to be a different game.
Yeah, we'll have a look in a minute at the way things changed actually and the way they pressed when their top players came on, the players we'd expect to start. But at the end, it could have all been so different because Antoine Griezmann did hit the back of the net, and then it took a while, didn't it, for the referee to decide to go and have a look at the VAR. When you first saw it, were you questioning it, Laura?
No, I was like, oh, wow. Ooh, so Super was scoring this goal. Antoine Griezmann is like kind of a luck at the end of the game. And we're like, wow, what a finish. Because France have been pushing a lot, playing those crossing ball in front of the Tunisian defense. And no, we were not questioning. We're like, okay, wow. We're finishing strong and everything is going well.
At first we thought perhaps it was a second phase, Jürgen.
That's what we thought initially. Yeah. I mean, obviously there's no doubt about it, but I thought, you know, because he's heading it out, that opens up a second play, and then it's goal.
But it was interfering with play. Yeah. So it was because he was interfering with play. That was why it was adjudged to be offside. Because actually, when you see it in real time, straight away, he's disappeared, hasn't he, at that point, Griezmann? Yeah. He's come back in. Yeah. So that was a reaction from the Tunisia fans, which kind of just, I suppose it's the silver lining inside the cloud. They're not staying at this World Cup, but they have got that win against a team. 10 of their players who started today play in France. They know each other so well. So it's kind of like a mini battle within a World Cup almost, isn't it?
And that deserve a huge compliment, Tunisia. But for all 3 games, I mean, even their loss against Australia, I mean, I was at that game. They controlled the entire game, and Australia had one counter break, basically scored with one chance and got 3 points out of their game. So they deserve a huge compliment, Tunisia. Wonderful performance.
Are you just putting this down to a blip for France, Didier? Are you just saying that this is not something that is representative of the team that you've seen in the first 2 games?
I think it's difficult to say it because they changed almost all the players. So it was important for Didier Deschamps to give those players some minutes because the road is still long, so he knows that. Sorry?
You'd hope it was still long, but obviously it can kind of stall momentum, can't it?
Exactly. This is stealing the momentum, but I really believe. You see his reaction after the game. He was congratulating Khazri. He was smiling. So he's going to go back to the camp and then start putting pressure again on the players. Again, like I said, they play in 4 days, so this was necessary.
Okay. Let's have a look then at the other game. Australia and Denmark were meeting in that match in Group D, and here's the best of the...
They're through! Australia, sensational. The winning goal scorer, Matthew Leckie, hero of Australia tonight. His goal has put Denmark out.
Yeah, just confirmation then. This is how Group D finished. France and Australia level on points, but the goals scored by France mean they top the group, and Tunisia, in spite of their huge efforts here at Education City, couldn't make it out of the group because of that Matthew Leckie goal. So congratulations to the Socceroos, second time that they have made it out of the group into the knockout stages. I was just reading up on him. He said ahead of this World Cup that it would be great if they could get a win, he said, Australia, and maybe get out of the group. Well, they've got 2 wins, you know, and you were saying, you know, against the run of play against Tunisia, but congratulations to them, Jürgen.
No, they found a way. They found a way to make it happen, and Australia, they are known for their fighting spirit, for their resilience, and they believe, you know, and they have such a good spirit in their group. They're giving everything to Matthew. I mean, this is a beautiful goal from Matthew Leckie. This is fantastic.
Laura, it's 18 months since he scored for Australia the last time. He will never score a more important goal, probably, for his country.
They may not win the World Cup, but at the end, they will always remember this goal. And when people will see him in the street, I'm sure they'll say, oh, you remember the goal that you scored? So it's massive, and they really deserve it. At the end, you know, when you play a World Cup or any big competition, is about the mental. It's not about your reputation. It's how much you are ready to win a game.
And taking those chances, the chance that they took against Tunisia, you know, that in the end was, that header was the difference, wasn't it? Because it's as we've said, if you can't in the back of if you can't score goals, you're not going to get out of the group.
That's exactly it, and I think they took their chances, and the few that they had, they took them, and they managed to secure first 3 points and then another one during this game, and I'm really happy for them because they deserve that.
Just a little bit of news to bring you. You may have been reading media reports about Pele being admitted to hospital, but his daughter has posted on social media saying there was no emergency. He's been having treatment for cancer and that he's in hospital to regulate his medication, and she's planning on spending New Year with her father. So it sounds like, hopefully, from what she said, that everything is under control. Guys, great to spend time with you, as always. Thank you so much for your company today. An historic win for Tunisia, beating France, but it's the Socceroos who are skipping into the last 16 with France, of course, and les bleus.
Allez les bleus.
From all of us, bye-bye.